All righty, good evening there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillis. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. With Lady Raider Volleyball coming your way here this evening from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana. We have the 3-0 Jay County Lady Patriots taking on your 6-1 Wapahani Lady Raiders. We appreciate you all for joining us here this evening and spend a little time with us here and hopefully enjoy some great volleyball here this evening as we jump right into things with our Raiders Live pregame presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. Wapahani, their last time out on Tuesday night, traveled to Yorktown to take on the Lady Tigers. Unfortunately, Wapahani suffered their first loss of the season in a hard-fought battle. You know, the first two sets didn't quite go our way, but the third set, give us a lot of credit. We kept fighting, kept clawing our way into contention there, and was able to get it pretty close right there in the third set, but still lost 25-20. So got swept there by Yorktown. I'm sure we'll probably eventually see them down the road. We got county tournament here in about 3 weeks to a month from now, so you never know what can happen there. But a tough loss there, but you got to bounce back. This is a team that I'm sure is going to be very resilient. Obviously, I've said it time and time and again, you have the talent level there. It's just about putting it all together, especially with as young of a team as this is. And, and some of that inexperience showed, I think, there a little bit. But in a lot of ways also was really nice to see us come back and play the way we did and finish the game out the way we did. Even though we did lose, we kept battling and fighting throughout the match. And, so hopefully we can take some positives away from that ball game and now come into tonight's game in which Jay County, a very impressive group of young ladies here. They're eager to get things going and rolling here tonight. Obviously a big game here for them to take on Wapahani, and was a ranked opponent here. I think Jay County might be ranked as well. Not 100% sure about that, but they've always had a very good volleyball program, especially the last few years here. So this is going to be an interesting matchup here between these two teams. We'll see what Wapahani hopefully learn from on Tuesday night and use that to their advantage here possibly tonight, to where they can build that confidence back up here again and get back to their winning ways. But there's no question it will be a tough game here tonight between Wapahani and Jay County. Folks, we'll step aside here for a quick break. We got more to come here on our Raiders Live pregame presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All righty, welcome back here, folks, again to our Raiders Live pregame presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. Wanted to kind of take a look here at Wapahani coming into tonight's matchup on the season. Again, we're 6-1, 2-0 in conference play. Some stats for the Raiders: 227 kills on the year, which averages out to 11.9 kills per set. Also a hitting percentage of .295, 20 total blocks. Also 294 digs, which also equals out to 15.5 digs per set. and also 41 serving aces coming into tonight's ball game. Wapahani, you look at all the nice key players that the Raiders have and that we've seen through these first 7 games of the season, and I've really been quite surprised, and I've talked about this a couple other different times, but I've never seen what is now the freshmen play before until this year. And I think they've been a real nice mix to this group, a mix of them with some of the upperclassmen, also a couple of sophomores here as well. I think they've really gelled together. You want to continue to gel together and hopefully do great things throughout the season. So far, it's been good. I really don't have, I wouldn't say anything negative anyway, but this is just a really nice group of young ladies here, and I really hope that they can continue their winning ways here tonight. Like I said, it's going to be a tough ball game, but, the stats back it up. This is a very impressive group and a very good team that's just only going to grow as the season goes along. But for their sake, obviously, you want to get back to winning ball games, and hopefully tonight will be a great night to do that here against a very good Jay County Lady Patriots volleyball team. So make sure stay tuned in with us. We got all the action coming up here on the WHS Network. Again, we appreciate our pregame sponsor here this evening, the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association. They mean a great deal to us, and we appreciate them and all they do. So, folks, we'll step aside again here for a quick break. We have the national anthem coming up, as well as the lineups for both teams, and then ultimately the start of tonight's ball game again between the 3-0 Jay County Lady Patriots and the 6-1 Wapahani Lady Raiders. We'll be back with more on the WHS Network. All righty, welcome back here, folks. Again, Brandon Morvillius alongside here with me as cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, again live here on the WHS Network. We appreciate y'all for spending your Thursday night with us right here on the WHS Network for some Lady Raider volleyball. Here's we'll take a look at tonight's rosters. First for Jay County. Start as such: number 3, Grace Brewster; number 5, Madison Wink; number 6, Lyric Garringer; number 7, Lindy Mercer; number 8, Hannah Mullenkamp; number 10, Sarah Himmelgarn; number 11, Natalie Miles; number 12, Elena Kunkler; number 13, Pacey Denny; number 14, Hallie Fields; number 15, Madison Dirksen; number 16, Izzy Rogers; and number 17, Kylie Kaufenstein. Again, the Lady Patriots, coached by Carly Reed. Now on the roster here for your Wapahani Lady Raiders: number 1, Olivia Smith; number 2, Reese Baker; number 3, Emily Stewart; number 4, Gracie Stanley; number 5, Emma Shuck; number 6, Ashton Zentgraf; number 7, Chloe Cook; number 8, Allison Stewart; number 9, Mallory Summers; number 10, Bradley Felton; number 11, Macy Bowden; number 12, Cameron Wise; number 16, Cadence Brewer. As tonight's game gets underway, and a nice start here for Wapahani. And Cameron Wise notches the first kill tonight here for the Lady Raiders, taking a 1-0 lead. We'll see Reese Baker now in here, and she'll be back to serve. Again, the coaching staff here for Wapahani is Katie Weir, the head coach, assisted by Paige Williamson, Lindy Davis, and Madison Mangus, and then the manager, Mr. Alec Perry. And inbounds is the call. Very close call there on the back line, but Summers able to sneak it in there. Very nice there, 2-0 Wapahani. Dugout set up here to number 14, Fields. Smith back to Stewart. Now Summers on the attack again. Won't get it inside the sideline over there, as Jay County will get on the board for the first time of the night. Denny will be back to serve for the Lady Patriots. Again, coming into tonight's game, 3-0. Wapahani 6-1. Stewart with a set up to Wise. And that's going to be 2 hits. Or no, a lift. Pardon me. A lift call on Jay County. So the 3-1 Wapahani is number 16, Cadence Brewer. Enters the lineup for the first time of the night for Wapahani. Wise back to serve. Dug out that time and shanked to the left side, as that will be an ace for Wise. Dug out that time. Denny with a setup. Little tip across there by Field. Stewart sets it to Summers and literally makes Denny eat that one. So a 5-1 Raider lead. Nice start here for the Raiders. Denny with a set up there. Fields gets it back across. Here we go. Stewart with a set to Shuck. Nice dig right there. Denny gets over there in time. Little free ball action here for the Raiders. Set to... That was Brewer, and it's going to be inbounds. So they was able to get the block in there. Point goes to Jay County. Pretty nice block there up front. Nice quick set action there by Wapahani. Summers sets at the Shuck. And that'll be the first kill of the night. Or rather, a net violation. It was going to be a point for Wapahani either way, but unfortunately, take the kill away there from Shuck. But a 6-2 Raider lead. Emily Stewart now in here for the first time tonight, and she'll be back to serve. A missile of a serve right there, shanked backwards and out of bounds, an ace there for Emily Stewart. And that will now stretch the lead now to 5 here for Wapahani. And now we're going to have a meeting of the minds here between referees. Speaking of which, referees here this evening, the up referee is Mary Goff. The one on the floor is Austin All. All right, so I guess there was some fan interference. I guess they're not allowed to have cowbells, and so they had to take that away. So nonetheless, back to volleyball. Denny with a set up here to number 10, Himmelgarn. Smith with a dig. Set back to Summers and bring in the hammer. And it's 8-2 Wapahani. So Emily Stewart still back to serve. And another ace. And that will be a timeout now for Jay County, and we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, this will be our FC Tucker Muncie Reelers, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis game break here as we take a look. Very, very nice start here for Wapahani. 9-2 first set lead, coming right out of the gate, guns a-blazing, and it's very encouraging. You know, you don't want to, again, dwell on the loss from a couple nights ago. Tonight's a whole new night. Tonight's a brand new game in which poses a brand new challenge. And so far, Wapahani has done a very nice job with the challenge that's in front of them. And so I'm sure Jay County looking to regroup here, find some way to limit the damage here and get right back into this thing. But here, if you're Wapahani, you do not want to let up. You've got to keep it going and hopefully continue to rattle off as many points as you can here in a row. As both teams come back out of the timeout here again, 9-2 Lady Raiders here in the opening set of the evening. Dug out right there by number 11, Miles, and nobody over there to get to it. Not sure if they knew where the ball went or what the case might have been right there, but 10-2 Wapahani. And that's going to be another ace. So the court recognition not working out too well so far to begin things here for Jay County. I think that is already the fourth or fifth ace of the evening here for the Raiders. And as soon as that happens, then we have a serving error. Make it 11-3 affair, and number 14, Hallie Fields back to serve. Subbing in for the Lady Patriots will be number 11, Natalie Miles, for number 8, Hannah Mullenkamp. She just came in just a few moments ago. Smith with the dig. There's Stewart with the setup to Summers. Denny now tipped across by Dirksen. Summers back on the attack. Nice dig from Baker. Summers again, this time hits it into the net. And 11-4 again, Fields back to serve here for the Patriots. And I always like to take notice of a nice crowd here this evening from Raider Gymnasium. I like the student section there as well. Kept alive by Stewart, but the Raiders kept going backwards on that point. But we always appreciate the fans coming out and supporting the Raider volleyball team. It's always great to have a nice showing. Allison Stewart tips it over, and a lift called on the Jay County Patriots. Makes it now 12-5. As we'll see Chloe Cook in here for the first time tonight for the Raiders. Mallory Summers will drop back to serve. And out of bounds is the call. Pretty nice serve there from Summers, but unfortunately couldn't sneak it in that back line. So Dirksen now serving, mishandled by Brewer, but there's Stewart. Now to Cook. A free ball action for the Patriots. Nice job there. Brewer will tip it across and hit into the net by Himmelgarn. 13-6 now, Raiders on top. Cameron Wise back in here for Cadence Brewer. And Olivia Smith will now be serving. Handled there by Dirksen. And tipped. That's going to be a net violation on Jay County. So Wise, unfortunately, will not come away with a kill, but still a point nonetheless. That's all that matters. 14-6. Dug out by Brewster. Cook on the attack there, dug by Fields. Denny with the setup and tipped into the net by Himmelgarn. As some of the woes continue here for the Lady Patriots to start off. And another serving error will cost the Raiders a point there to make it 15-7. Now back to serve for the Patriots will be number 10, Sarah Himmelgarn. Set to Wise, and nice idea there by Denny. The only play that she had was to stick the old foot out there and play a little soccer-style volleyball, but nobody was able to get there in time to make a play after that fact. Also, we see Emma Shuck back in the ball game, as that's a kill for Jay County. Again, here's Wapahani doubling up on the Patriots so far through this first set. Summers with a dig. Stewart sets it over to Cook. Nice hands, kept alive and hit over there by Conkler. I think it kind of threw off the defense of the Raiders. Expecting that to fall in, you got to be on your toes at all times. Miles serving. Smith to Stewart. Now quick set to Wise. And another one out of bounds. Shuck on the attack, dug out that time by Dirksen. Smith will get there. Shuck will get it back across. Free ball action. And for whatever reason, Wapahani's kind of fallen off now. I think that is pretty close to, 4 or 5 consecutive points put together there by the Patriots. Timeout taken here by Wapahani. And again, we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. I'd like to thank our sponsors here this evening. FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. Let Ted and Joanne be the key to all of your real estate needs. Buying, selling, or investment properties, we get the job done. Call Ted Cook at 765-744-8143 and Joanne Davis at 765-748-1316. Again, that is FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. Proud sponsor here of us on the WHS Network. Again, the Raiders' next game will be coming up next Tuesday, as they will be traveling to Hagerstown. Nice battle that will be come next Tuesday night. A very busy week, as that will be blocked to make it now a 4-point game. But a very busy week next week. We have Hagerstown on Tuesday at Hagerstown, then back home on Wednesday against Eastern Hancock. And then Thursday, another big game at Muncie Burris. As a serving error will give the Raiders point number 17. Baker back in. And we've got to start getting back on a roll here. We've kind of slid off here a little bit. If you're Wapahani, and a miscue there by the Patriots. 18-12, as we'll see number 8, Hannah Mullenkamp back in here for the Patriots. Nice serve right there, and they'll get it across. Here we go, Stewart. Sets to Summers, rides a fine line over the rope, and a 19-12 lead. Handled there by Mullenkamp, set to Fields. Blocked, here we go again, back to her. Here's Shuck, now to Stewart. Summers back at it. So the Raiders have now extended that lead now back to 8. Stewart with a setup, and Summers again will put it down. She's had a real strong showing so far here in this first set. And another substitution here for Jay County. We'll see number 5, Madison Wink, now in here. Seeing her first action of the evening. Dug out there by Mullenkamp. Tipped across, here's Baker. Now to Stewart, back to Summers, blocked. That time by Conkler. Dirksen re-enters the Jay County lineup, and now serving will be Pacey Denning. There's Smith. Stewart back to Wise, tipped across, here we go again. Back to the set of Summers, finding that back corner. Job well done right there. Great court recognition, and able to execute a very nice setup there to make it a 9-point lead with Cameron Wise back to serve. Also Cadence Brewer now in here, and another ace for the Raiders as they now are 2 points away from taking the opening set. Set to Dirksen, and mishandled there by the Raider blockers. Smith will dig it out. Stewart with a setup to Summers on the right side. Tipped around, and I'm sure we're going to get a lift call, and indeed we will. So that will be an opportunity here for set point here for Wapahani. And we're going to have Emily Stewart back in here for Emma Shuck. And Stewart will be back to hopefully conclude this first set right here, right now, 24-14. And that will be another ace off the hands of Mullenkamp, and the Raiders take set number 1 of the evening, 25-14. We'll step aside, and we'll have more Raider volleyball coming up here for set number 2 live on the WHS Network.
Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Payne in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality.
Folks, welcome back here live on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Again, we appreciate you for joining us here on a very nice Thursday evening for Lady Raider Volleyball. Here as they took the first set over the Lady Patriots, 25-14. So a very good start here for Wapahani. A little shaky there at the midway point of the first set, but regrouped and finished out that first set very nicely there and in control, and we'll see what the second set can bring to the table. But I'm sure Jake County will definitely be a little rejuvenated here, and I'm sure that they will be eager to get back at it here, especially, came out a little flat here, not sure, at least, coming into the game. I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. You look at a 3-0 record, they must be doing something right. But first set didn't go quite as good, I'm sure, that they had hoped for, so we'll see what happens here in set number 2, but hopefully Wapahani can just keep doing what they've been doing here. Set up to Summers and off the hands and right to Fields, as that will land in there for another kill for Summers. We'll see Reese Baker back to serve. Dug out there by Himmelgarn. Set up to Miles, dug by Allison Stewart. Summers back on the attack again, and that time sails out of bounds to tie this up at 1. Baker with a dig. Stewart with the setup back to Summers. Laying out for it there was Miles, but couldn't get a whole lot on it as nobody could get to it in time. And a 2-1 lead now was number 5. Madison Wink re-enters the Patriots lineup. And Cameron Wise will now be back to serve. I think we got Brewer in here just a moment ago. And a net violation called on Wapahani. And another substitution again. Dirksen back in there for Wink, so she played for 1 point and then took her right back out again. Summers to Stewart to Brewer. Winning recipe right there as they take the 3rd point of the night. Emily Stewart back in here for shot. And Emily will be back to serve here for Wapahani. A little too much mustard on that one. 3-all after the serving error. We'll see Conkler back to serve for the Patriots. Smith. And that was a block. Actually, they're going to call that a net violation on Jay County. So initially it looked like it might have been a block, but ended up being a net violation after all. 4-3 Wapahani leads. We'll see Mallory Summers back to serve. Nice serve right there from Mallory. Bad setup. Tipped around a couple times, hit out of bounds, and a point for Wapahani there. And the Raiders just got to keep them on their toes, keep them guessing at all times. And serving error there will cost us 1-5-4. As we'll see number 14, Hallie Fields, back to serve. Smith with the dig. Stewart with the setup to Cook. And that's going to be 4 to tie this game up at 5. Really haven't seen a whole lot of Cook here tonight. Got a real nice game the other night there against Yorktown. Serving error there will now give the Raiders another 1-point lead here with Wise back into the mix. There's Himmelgarn. Now Denny will get it over. Free ball action. Quick set there to Wise. Now back over here to Miles, and they're going to call it out of bounds. It hit the antenna. So it works out in the favor of Wapahani on that one. Dug out there by Fields, set up. Himmelgarn finds some open real estate. So it's 7-6 Wapahani here in set number 2. If you are just now joining us, as you see there on the screen on the scoreboard, Wapahani took the first set 25-14, but the second set hasn't started out too good for us. Some little mistakes here and there. Hopefully we'll be able to regather ourselves there after the kill from Cook. Wink back in here for Jay County. And now serving will be Allison Stewart. And that's an ace right there. 9-7 Raiders. And mishandled by Miles. As the aces just keep going here for Wapahani. I have not kept the tabulation, but I would say we've got to be somewhere pretty close to 10 by now. Hit out of bounds there. Miscue there by Sarah Himmelgarn. And that will cause Jay County to take a timeout here. 11-7. Wapahani leads it here in set number 2. We'll step aside for a timeout of our own. Again, this will be the FC Tucker Mency Realtors Ted Cook and Joanne Davis game break. All right, folks, welcome back out of the timeout here. A 11-7 lead here in set number 2 for Wapahani. Again, they already own a 1-0 lead here in tonight's ball game. As Wapahani's trying to create some separation here, and so far been able to do so now after the kill from Cameron Wise. Now 12-7 with number 15 Dirksen back in for the Patriots. And Stewart still back to serve. On the attack there and put down by Miles. Stewart couldn't handle that one. So we'll see Conkler back in for Jay County, and now serving will be Himmelgarn. Another serving error there, now 13-8 with Baker back in for Wapahani. So she will sub in for Chloe Cook. Dug by Brewster, set up here. Free ball for Wapahani. Let's see what they can do. Tipped up in the air and mistimed jump on behalf of Jay County. Off the fingertips there of Dirksen. They'll get it back over. Stewart with the setup to Wise, blocked. Smith will get there in time. Now to Shuck. Fields with the dig, tipped over, and a miscommunication there by The Raiders will cost them a point there, and a timeout will be taken by Wapahani. And again, we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC dealership, owned by Randy Stoops and located at 4055 West Clara Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you have an interest in a vehicle, would like to know more information about one, you can contact Stoops at 765-288-1903 and also visit their online website at stoopsauto.com. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They're also open Saturday from 8 to 4. So again, a special thanks there to Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is driven to be the best. So following the timeout here by Wapahani, Natalie Miles back there to serve. Just a moment ago, Summers back on the attack and again finds that back corner to make it a 6-point advantage with Cadence Brewer back in for Wapahani and Cameron Wise back to serve. And a rotation violation on Jay County. And that's about the easiest point you're going to get tonight. Another nice serve from Wise. On the attack there, dug out. Wise. Stewart with a setup now to Summers. In no man's land, down in play for the kill. Handled there by Dirksen. Fields will set it across. Here we go. Setting out a Brewer. And Jay County utilizing the height that they have there as Conkler comes up with another block. Makes it now a 7-point ball game. Summers to Stewart. Now to Shuck. Got to use this one here. Got to find something here. And another block. And in play, Shuck records her first kill tonight. And just in time here, we'll see Emily Stewart back in here. She'll be back to serve 18-10. Wapahani leads it here in set number 2. Denny there with a setup to Miles. Smith with the dig. Laying out there for that one. Summers back on the attack. And Brewster can't get there in time. As Summers just keeps on collecting them kills. Fields will set it there to Dirksen. Ends up working out pretty well for her. So we'll see Conkler back to serve. Right off the top. Here's Stewart with a setup back to Summers. Block kept alive by Emily Stewart. Nice layout from Allison there as well. Emily sticks the hands up in the air. Quick set to Brewer and another block again. Now to Summers. Blocked and mistimed as that's a swing and a miss. Unfortunate there for her because you could definitely tell she was wanting all of that one, but came up empty on the play. Cook back in here. Summers there serving. And a miss set there will allow the Raiders to extend that lead now to 10. Tell you what, Jay County was really in a pretty nice place there just a little bit ago. This game, believe it or not, was tied at 7. Now is Chloe Cook gets in on the action there, collecting a kill. This game was tied at 7. Wapahani has went on a fabulous run here for themselves. Now a 15-4 run, as we'll have another timeout taken by the Patriots, and we'll go ahead and stick right here with you again during the timeout. But it has been all Wapahani. After a little bit of a shaky start there for the Raiders, they've more or less gathered themselves and hit the ground running here in set number 2. Again, some more sponsors we want to thank here this evening. Kara J. Wolf, DDS PC, located at 3915 Wheeling Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Make your appointment now to receive great care and leave with a pristine, beautiful smile. You can contact them at 765-288-1560. And their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Also, we'd like to thank B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, located at 400 East Jackson Street in Muncie, Indiana, at the law offices of B. Joseph Davis. It's a highly recommended and respected professional corporation. They strive to aggressively represent all of their clients' interests in all phases of any legal matter. For more information, visit his website at www.bjosephdavis.com. Another ace there for Summers and the Raiders as they take a commanding 23-11 lead here, now 2 points away from taking a 2-0 lead. Handled there and put across there by Himmelgarn, laying out for Smith and Summers, but unfortunately Stewart couldn't get it back over. And the Patriots keep on going here, down by 11. Let's see what they can do there, and a serving error will now give the Raiders an opportunity here to close out the second set, up 24-12, and Olivia Smith will be back to serve. Nice serve there from Olivia along the sideline, nice hustle, and Jay County will get it back over. Stewart with a set up to Wise, as she puts a stamp of approval here on set number 2. 25-12 as the Raiders now take a 2-0 lead over the Lady Patriots. We'll step aside again here for a break, folks, and we'll be back here with the third set action live on the WHS Network.
You need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started here in just a brief moment here with set number 3. Again, if you're just now joining us, Wapahani took the first 2 sets over Jay County, 25-14, 25-12, to open up a 2-0 cushion over the Lady Patriots here this evening. Again, just some upcoming broadcasts here. We'll be back at it next Tuesday as we'll be traveling to Hagerstown. That will be September the 10th as the Lady Raiders travel to take on the Hagerstown Lady Tigers. Then we'll have 3 days in a row there. Next Wednesday then, back here at Raider Gymnasium to take on an MEC conference team of the Eastern Hancock Lady Royals. And then next Thursday, as we travel to Muncie Burris to take on the Lady Owls. Again, all those will be a JV start time of 6 o'clock, varsity game to follow. So again, 3 games in 3 days coming up next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So here we are, set number 3 of the evening. There as Miles will begin things there for the Patriots, and another block from Conkler. She has been a force to be reckoning with here so far tonight. An absolute blocking machine. So obviously we're going to have to figure out some things, do a little differently, as that was set over the net and out of bounds. Miscue there by the Raiders, now 2-0 Patriots. Summers with a dig. And that's going to be now a net violation. So things haven't started out a very good way here for the Raiders to begin things here. 3-0 Patriots. Smith now to Stewart and a Cook. And miscommunication there on behalf of the Patriots. Now 3-1 as Baker. And Felton will now see some time here, seeing her first stacks of the night. Baker back to serve. Dug out there by Himmelgarn. Fields will free ball action now for Wapahani. Set to Wise. Miles able to get a hand in on it. Fields back on the attack. Baker now digs it out. Set back to Summers. And off the side of her hand and out of bounds. There's Smith now, the quick set over there now to Summers. Fields back on the attack, Baker with a dig. Stewart now to Felton, and finding that back corner. Job well done there by Briley. Make it a 4-2 ball game. Cadence Brewer back in for the Raiders, and we'll see Cameron Wise back to serve. Dug out there by Miles, set up. Conkler on the attack and in there for the kill. Smith to Stewart, now to Felton once more. Dug out that time by Denny. The setup here to Fields, and Baker will dig things out here on the Raiders side. Back on the attack there and blocked. Now Felton getting a hand in on it, and that will be a kill off of the hands of Fields. So Felton comes right into the game, has a couple of kills added to her belt there as Emily Stewart will come in for her, and Stewart will be back to serve. Brewster digs it out, and unfortunate pass right there. Costs him a point now, 5-4. Wapahani tries to find that momentum again here that they've had for a large portion of this ball game, and now another net violation on the Patriots. And now we're all squared at 5. Some free ball, quick set to Brewer. Nice tip there. Here we go again. Stewart. Now to Summers, blocked but out of bounds. So Wapahani's on a little bit of a run here now, 4-0 run to take the lead here for the first time in the third set. Brewster with a dig, set up, and not a whole lot going on offensively there on that play there for Jay County, as Summers just with a little soft touch over the net, able to get it down in play. And mishandled by Brewster. Shank backwards there, an ace and an 8-5 lead. Now a timeout taken by the Patriots. And we'll take a timeout here with them. 8-5 Wapahani here in the third set. We'll step aside, and we'll be back with more on the WHS Network. Back at the timeout here again, Brandon Norvelius alongside. Here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, we hope all of you have enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Redbeard always doing his thing over there. Hopefully I've done a good job here on the commentary here this evening. As the Raiders just keep on rolling here in this third set after being down 5-2. The Patriots have kind of fallen on some hard times now as they find themselves down by 4. 7-point turnaround. And Stewart will serve that one out of bounds, but she's had a pretty good night here as far as serving stats go. I would say she's probably had pretty close to around 4 or 5 aces by herself. Man, I tell you what, Summers bringing the thunder there, and that's out of bounds there on Jay County. They hit it on the left side of the antenna, which indicates out of bounds. So 10-6 Raiders. We'll see Chloe Cook back in here for Wapahani and Mallory Summers back to serve. And there's another one there for you, another miscue there by Jay County. And we do want to congratulate the junior varsity team here at Wapahani this evening, getting a sweep of the JV Lady Patriots earlier on tonight. Off to a strong start on the year, 4-1 overall for the junior varsity team. Blocked there and hit out of bounds by Wapahani. That's one thing that Jay County has definitely done a very good job of here this evening, and that is their blocking. Very much a thing Wapahani has got to start finding ways around. Summers there from the back row. I thought initially that might have been 4 hits there, but no call was made. Nice block right there, and Stewart will end with the kill. Wise re-enters the ball game, as we'll see Olivia Smith now back to serve. Dug out by Dirksen. Set up nicely there to Miles. Stewart back to Wise. And inbounds is the call. Very close there on that back line, but nevertheless, we'll see number 10, Sarah Himmelgarn, back to serve. Olivia Smith digs it out. Stewart with a setup to Cook. A little wraparound right there as that is blocked out of bounds. That's what I would like to definitely see us do a little bit more of, being able to curl right around the setter right there, set it up nicely, and, again, just a different look. Instead of possibly doing the same things over and over as that hit lands out of bounds. But, just changing it up a little bit, not doing the same thing repetitiously, keeping the opponent off balance and confused as well, as that was, again, another miscue by Jay County, as things have just kind of, again, fell apart here for them. They had a 5-2 lead, and since then, a 13-3 run for Wapahani. And we seen that the other night when we was playing against Yorktown, so we, and I talk about all the time, you understand, both sides of the ball, so to speak. It's always great when it goes your way, but man, when it doesn't, it definitely stings, that's for sure. So Smith with the dig there, set up by Stewart to Cook. Denny will get it over now. Stewart with another quick set to Wise. Miles on the attack there. Smith. Then to Stewart, back to Cook. And out of bounds, and a point there goes to the Patriots, now making it a 7-point lead with number 11, Natalie Miles, back to serve. There's Summers to Stewart. Now over to Cook. Brewster there to dig it out. And now we'll have a net violation on Wapahani. So right here, if you're the Raiders, you can't, your mindset's got to be, got to get this point right here. You don't want to allow Jay County to start getting any kind of hope in this one. Nice dig from Summers. Stewart, very nice close set right there. Nicely done. And in there, Kunkler back at it. Another kill. She's had a very solid game here for herself. Obviously has the talent and definitely the height. Cook squares one up and spikes it right down in bounds. Kill there for her. That was big time. Now 17-11. Baker back in for Cook. Summers, Stewart, Wise. Looked like to have been off the head right there and inbounds. So we'll see Madison Wink back in for Jay County. Baker again still back to serve. And an ace just right in front of the outstretched hands there of Madison Wink. And now we'll see number 11, Macy Bowden, now in here for the first time of the night for Wapahani. She'll take over the setting duties here as she'll come in for Allison Stewart. Nice to see Macy in there, and another ace for Baker. Dirksen returns to action for the Patriots. Dug there by Fields, set up to Conkler, and I think that was off the hands of Summers and out of bounds. So now we'll have number 13, Pacey Denny, serving. Summers to Bowden, now to Felton, and out of bounds. And out of bounds just by a hair by Summers. Tell you what, if anybody would have got in front of that one, not so sure that would have been too pretty. Bowden again with another setup and just soft tip over the net, and that's going to be a carry or 2 hits. Fields hits that one out of bounds. Again, Cameron Wise back to serve as the Raiders are 3 points away from a clean sweep of Jay County, and now a net violation on Wapahani. Lana Kunkler back to serve. Smith, unfortunate pass there, kept alive there by Bowden. Nicely done there. Fields on the attack. There's Smith to Bowden. Very close set to the net, and now a net violation on Jay County. So Emily Stewart back in here for Felton. Dug out by Miles. Setting out of Himmelgarn and out of bounds. Very close call, but nice job there from Olivia Smith recognizing where she was on the floor and having that, I guess, that depth perception, if you will. And a heck of a way to close out tonight's ball game with an ace there from Emily Stewart as your Wapahani Raiders sweep the Jay County Patriots here this evening, 25-14, 25-12, 25-15. Folks, we'll step aside for a quick break. We'll be back here with our Raiders Live post-game report live on the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here on our Raiders Live post-game report here on the WHS Network. Again, as your Wapahani Lady Raiders took down the Jay County Lady Patriots by a final score 25-14, 25-12, 25-15 now to improve to 7-1 on the year. Again, still 2-0 in conference play. Again, they'll be back at it with their conference next Wednesday at home against Eastern Hancock, but a very, very big win here tonight here for Wapahani. Nice to see them get back at it and have success and having the confidence. Unfortunate loss there a couple of nights ago at Yorktown. Bounced back very nicely. And like I said, just great to see, them, not dwell on that game, understand what they did wrong, looking to fix that, and then also took a look at what they did right and just build off of that. And then hopefully just mesh it all together and just keep doing their thing, and that's winning ball games. And so that was, like I said, this was definitely a somewhat of a statement game here a little bit, just to look at, hey, this team isn't just going to go away that quickly or I guess more or less lose all confidence in themselves. This is a nice group of young ladies here that have played together for a long time, and even the ones that were on the team before that they're kind of just getting to know here within the past month and a half, 2 months. They've meshed well together very nicely, and it's really worked out so far. And really, we played pretty well here tonight. Had a couple hiccups here or there, but really for the most part, a very solid game, and great to see. Great to see. So now you go into next week with some momentum, going into Hagerstown, which at least from what I hear is a very, very good team. I'm not sure if they're still ranked or not. Me and Redbeard was looking that up earlier. We couldn't really find anything because they haven't updated the rankings. But to start out the season, they were ranked. So not sure of the record, but I have heard that they are a very good team. So that should be a great ball game to come out and watch. Again, we'll try to get there to broadcast that one on Tuesday night at Hagerstown to take on the Lady Tigers. And again, you want to just keep improving, keep progressing as a team, and we did that here tonight. And now, you look at 8 games into the season, you're at 7-1, looking pretty good, and you just got to continue to build off of that. And now, like I said, with 3 consecutive games next week, with at Hagerstown Tuesday, back at home Wednesday against Eastern Hancock, and then a very big test also on Thursday at Muncie Burris. This is a good part of your season right here that's really going to challenge you and test you, and that's what you want as a team. No matter the outcome, you like the challenge and the test that every game presents, especially these games when you're playing against really tough opponents. And so it'll hopefully be a great week of volleyball next week. Been a overall good week here for us, 1-1. Hey, you'll take it. Anytime you can get a W, that's always a great day. And like I said, look forward to next week, 3 games in 3 days. And again, we'll try to have all of those games coming to you live here on the WHS Network coming up next week. Again, we appreciate all of our sponsors here tonight. Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, the Muncie Dragway, FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis, Liberty Perry Alumni Association, also Kara J. Wolf, DDS PC, and also again a huge thanks to our good friends out at Harris Chapel Church, along with Pastor Jim Ballinger and his wife Janie. We greatly appreciate them, and we appreciate all of our sponsors, and we appreciate you for watching us. I know it's a very nice Thursday night. I'm sure you probably could have been doing something else, but we appreciate you for joining us here tonight, and we appreciate all the fans coming out and supporting this Lady Raider volleyball team. They're a very special group to watch, and they're a lot of fun to watch, and just make sure keep watching us all year long, folks. So until next time, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, again saying good night from Raider Gymnasium.